Alright guys, so in these next few videos, we'll be breaking down what each part of the wedding day might look like. We'll be going over the day as a whole from start to finish, just like I would do with a lot of my couples in our pre-planning calls. So the purpose of this is to give you an idea for how most weddings are typically structured, so that way you know how to better design your own day. We'll also be going over any popular traditions that may take place depending on someone's religious background, their family's culture, or any trends you may have seen over the years and you now want to implement yourself with your own wedding. So just remember that this is your wedding day, no one else's. Your friends, your family, and anyone else is going to love and support you no matter how you decide to celebrate your wedding. So go with whatever feels right to you. And let's get started. All right, so if you remember when we first created that wedding itinerary, it looked something like this. So this schedule is based on the timeline of the average wedding we see, where most ceremonies are taking place at 4 p.m. Now, obviously that's not always going to be the case. Your schedule and the time of your ceremony will change depending on if you're getting married in the off-season, meaning that you're expecting different weather or fewer hours of available sunlight. Remember, we built our schedule so that golden hour, the sunset time, is when we're taking your bridal pictures. But in general, this is the timeline that most of you will have, so for that reason, we're going to use this as our guide. So you're each going to wake up, most likely in your separate places, and start getting ready for the big day. You'll have your whole bridal party with you, so you'll be having a great time getting ready, drinking mimosas, getting your hair and makeup done. This is typically when your photographer and your videographers will start showing up to document the experience. So as creatives, our job is to help show you in the best light possible, both figuratively and literally. So part of that is making sure that we've got great lighting, happy people, and that the space isn't looking too messy for pictures, right? The last thing we want is to give you a photo album filled with photos of your makeup half done, surrounded by a bunch of half-naked people still getting dressed, and the room looking like a clothing bomb just went off. So make sure that the bride has a nice space to herself with some good natural lighting. This will make all the difference in those pictures. For the fellas, same situation. We'll want to tidy up a bit after getting dressed and make sure that we've got a good space with some nice natural light to show off our handsome guys. And if you've got access to a nice outdoor space nearby, like a garden or a pavilion or even just a nice deck, that's great. You'll definitely want to make sure that you're getting some good pictures in that nice outdoor natural lighting. Not only that, but the most flattering shots of your details in your dress will look best when surrounded by the beauty of nature. So something you can do to help make this more possible would be to make a little box of everything that you'd want to have pictures of and have it ready to go for your photo and video team when they arrive. I personally love to take the dress outside and find a nice space to hang it up so I can get all my detailed shots. I think the lighting and aesthetics look best when outside, and since the dress is white, getting some color in that background is really going to help it pop, much more so than if we were to just stay indoors. I'll then do the same thing with all of those details as well. So once everything's all set, it's time to get dressed, but make sure that you're leaving enough time before moving on to the next spot so that you can get plenty fully dressed up pictures, both by yourself and with your bridal party. Because believe it or not, most weddings I go to, the bride is actually getting in her dress seconds before she has to leave and does not have time to get even a single picture of her in her dress, which is crazy. And this is one more reason why we recommend adding those 15-minute time buffers throughout your day. This could easily be a perfect opportunity to exchange gifts or read letters you wrote to one another, and that way if you end up running short on time, you can always move doing those items to later on in the day without compromising your firm timeline. So if you can, make sure you give yourself enough time to knock out as many pictures as possible with your half of the bridal party, because once you're done that, it's then time to move on to the first look. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that you can subscribe to our channel right here, and we will see you in the next video.